All right, this is our fire safety discussion for our nutrition and health for the week. I'll just go ahead and read this over. We'll go over some notes and the answers. So, this is a time to pay attention and maybe take some notes so you can get free answers. So think about that. Almost every week, we read in the papers that someone's hurt or died from a fire. Many of these fires could have been prevented and lives saved if people had known what to do. The best time to learn about a fire is before it actually happens. So, clothing fires happen the most in the kitchen. Um, Women and girls have more of a chance, but I think that's kind of old material here. Anybody has a chance if you're wearing clothes that are loose fitting. Young children and old people or elderly are also victims of clothing fires. Here's a way to prevent those fires and burns. Don't get close to open flames, especially if you're wearing loose clothes. Teach kids the danger of playing with matches and candles. 3. Be careful when you're cooking near a red hot surface and turn the handles and pots towards the center of the range so you can't trip on them. That happens a lot. I know from experience. Okay, so we're going to start on the left-hand side, so I'm going to scroll a little funny here. In case of a clothing fire, you need to roll the victim in a rug or a carpet, or cover them in a blanket. Flammable liquids are liquids that ignite very quickly, so you might see danger highly flammable on them. That means that extra care must be taken. Stuff like gasoline, kerosene, cigarette lighter fluid, which is kind of an old school term, and cleaning fluids will all burn really quick. So here's what you do. Liquids like kerosene and gasoline should be stored outside in the garage or shed. You need to keep the fluid in a metal can and out of sunlight. It doesn't need to be near heat. 2, keep these liquids in 1 gallon or less containers. Don't put them in big old giant containers. That can cause a larger explosion. 3, always take the can outside to fill a lawnmower. Don't fill it in your house. The fumes are ignitable. And 4, household cleaning and lighter fluids should be not be stored near hot stuff or heat or ovens or fires. Matches and smoking fires cause many injuries and deaths. Cigarettes and other smoking materials are a common cause. Follow these rules to avoid this type of fire. So we're back up here. Don't smoke in bed. Now, that's really old school. Hopefully, you guys don't smoke at all. It's very bad for you. But 2, if you're going to do it, don't do it in bed. Use ashtrays. Empty the ashtrays in a metal trash can or a toilet before going to bed. Boy, this is some old advice. And then check the furniture for ashes that may have dropped because that creates what's called a smoldering fire. I actually know someone who died that way. It's very sad. Many things that burn easily are found in the kitchen. Cooking oils, grease, paper towels, garbage, even food. Fires can start often on the stove, in the oven, or in a small appliance like a toaster or deep fryer. Always unplug the toaster. Be careful when cooking in the kitchen. The following ideas will help prevent kitchen fires. Be careful when cooking with hot oils or grease. Keep that loose clothing like sleeves and robes away from burners. Don't keep paper towels, dish towels, or anything else near stove burners. And keep the stove top and oven clean. Anybody that knows me knows that every week I wipe it down whether it needs it or not. Now, if you get a grease fire in your oven or on a broiler, don't try to put it out with water. Water will spread it. It will splatter, and then throw baking soda on the fire. It will smother the fire and help absorb grease. Also, a fire extinguisher will do it. Trash or rubbish fires can easily start and burn quickly. Make sure you just keep the garbage emptied and keep the kitchen clean. And here's how you prevent these fires: clean every week, throw away garbage, keep trash away from hot stuff. See the theme here? And getting rid of old clothes, toys, and boxes and rags. Don't keep junk around the house. Don't be a hoarder. All right, so now we're going to answer the questions. List 3 ways of preventing clothing fires. Don't get close to open flames. Don't cook near red hot surfaces. Turn handles and pots to the center. There's 3 ways to prevent clothing fires. 3 ways to prevent fires from flammable liquids. Store flammable liquids in shed. Keep in 1 gallon containers and don't store near heat. It's a little bit of a recap here. 3 ways to prevent fires from smoking in matches. Don't smoke in bed, use ashtrays, and don't keep paper towels near hot surfaces. Moving over here, 3 ways to prevent cooking fires. Be careful with cooking oils, keep burners clean, and watch loose clothing. List 3 ways to prevent rubbish and trash fires. Clean every week. Throw away the garbage. Get rid of old clothes. Don't be a hoarder. Number 6. What should you do if you see someone whose clothing is on fire? I'd say throw a blanket on them or roll them in a carpet. That should help. This gets rid of the oxygen. How would you put out a grease fire in the broiler? Use a fire extinguisher or baking soda? So there's your discussion and the answers to the questions if you were paying attention and taking notes. Have a good one.